Tell me why I'm not even gonna lie. I've been in these clothes since yesterday. I have not showered. My knees are ashy. I'm not even being funny, for real. So we took our son out of daycare because we're on one income and it just makes sense since I'm at home until I find a stable job. There was no need for him to go to daycare. So the help that I got this week was that my mother-in-law, she got our son and she had him for the weekend. My mistake was thinking that that was an invitation to clean out the boys' room, move Kai, our baby son, into our bigger son's room, switch up the girls' room, organize some things while my daughter is at her dad's. I just took it upon myself to take it as a spring cleaning. I don't know what it is about, but for every season, I always do that. I take the kids' summer clothes, put them into a bag, put all their winter clothes out, vice versa, winter clothes in a bag, summer clothes out, depending on the season. So for whatever reason, instead of resting, that's what I decided to do. So started last night. So last night, our son was extra. I'm using a baby to wipe off this table. I don't even have the energy. Don't even look. This is not one of those aesthetics. Not at all. But anyway, our son was not trying to fall asleep. I think he kind of knew that we were about to put him in our big son's room because the crib was in there. We were taking him in there, showing it to him, and just like forcing it on him. But my thought process was that we weren't going to put him in there until he actually fell asleep. But his thought process was, if I don't go to sleep, they ain't going to put me up in here. Here I am, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, rocking him to sleep in our son's room, just trying to get him to go to sleep so I can put him in the crib. Baby shark, baby shark. I said, well, if you're not sleeping, I'm going to put you in your crib. You can go to sleep on your own. Figure it out, baby. I'm tired. So tried that, didn't work. He starts crying. I go back, pick him up. Finally, he falls asleep in my arm. So I put him to sleep. We wake up today. I don't know what it is. He was just really, really clinging to me a lot. I wasn't able to get anything done. So we took our nap. The day went by. My husband walks through the door. I heard the door open, but I was thinking he was going to be working late, so I wasn't expecting him to be here a little bit early. I'm like, oh, Daddy's home. We rushed to the door, me and Kai. We rushed to the door. I hugged him, gave him a big hug. Now, mind you, we greet each other before he leaves, before he comes home, but I think this probably gave him a flash from the past, how I used to run and jump into his arms before we got married or whatever. So I sit back down. He grabs Kai. He immediately goes into dad's mode because I've been in mommy mode all day. And also, I'm only doing full-time content until I find a job. So I've been working through figuring out content. I sit on the couch. He comes over and I was like, we're so happy you're home. And then I'm just in a flood of tears. He is not understanding what is going on. And I was just like, it was a lot today. I said all that to say, sometimes they just don't know. He wouldn't have known that it was a hard day unless I told him. He wouldn't have known that it was tough being at home, trying to get a lot of things done with a baby that's attached to the hip. Just today was a lot. He held me. He took Kai upstairs. He's giving him a bath. Dinner is already prepared because we meal prepped yesterday. I'm just so thankful. I'm thankful that I'm vocal about my wants and my needs and when I'm tired as a woman. You can tell I'm tired. Look at this, showing up like this in yesterday's clothes. So I'm about to go shower. But in 2026, focus on being more open and honest. I am not saying overload your partner, but allow them to be the safe space. They can't be a safe space for something that they don't even know they need to make room for. They need to make room for the areas where you are tired, but they don't know that until you open up. Have a good day.